Pigeon 30 is now live. Streaming NBA 2K22, Halifax Thunderbirds Seattle SuperSonics expansion franchise Year 1.
I pretty much said my face.
We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It's the Orlando Magic facing Seattle. A look at the Magic starting group. They've got Wagner. Jackson is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Suggs. And it's Anthony in at the 1. Here's Suggs. And to get open is Robinson. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Seattle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
first team foul.
Seattle shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Pass to Wagner. He kicks it to Suggs. To the inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Thompson looking for an opening. No good on that one. Here's Orlando now. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Orlando's head coach. He talked about the importance of controlling where Russell Westbrook shoots from in this one. Coach said if we make him an outside shooter, that's a win for us. When he gets into the paint is when teams don't have an answer. And so it looks like they'll invite Westbrook to shoot from deep as often as he wants. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Suggs passes to Jackson. Not enough on that one as it misses. Seattle with the ball. 4-point game outside Westbrook. That one misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And the way Russell Westbrook racks up triple-doubles is just incredible. Does it so often. A testament, Doris, to his strong work ethic.
I mean, this guy plays with such competitive spirit on both ends of the floor. Russell is relentless. He will sacrifice his body, and his teammates appreciate the effort he gives.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Westbrook dishes to Johnson. Pass to Thompson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Robinson pulls it in. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. Wagner kicks to Anthony. Passes to Suggs. 6 to shoot. He takes it in. And the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The pass to Hilliard. And here is Johnson. Westbrook surveying the D. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Offensive rebound. Robinson can't get it to fall. Pass to Hilliard. Kicks it to Thompson. Westbrook against Robinson. Here's Hilliard. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Anthony down low. He's covered by Thompson. And Anthony gets it to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Seattle trails by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Well, one of us here knows Cole Anthony quite well. The guy to my side here, Greg, is a dad. Care to share with us a story about your son playing hoops growing up?
Well, I tell you one thing. He's always had that belief, that inner belief in himself and his abilities. And that's something that started early on in his life. And honestly, that's when I knew he had a chance to be a really good player.
To end the drought, Robinson with the block.
Now, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Here's Hilliard. Seattle missing again. Orlando leading by 4. Wagner finds Anthony. Nine feet out. Connects. The jumper drops. Anthony's got his second basket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
It's stolen by Anthony. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. No good on the 3. Seattle with the ball. Outside Westbrook. The dish to Thompson. Pass to Hilliard. Connects from three-point range. Hilliard's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the dunk by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Here's Hilliard. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for him.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
To the paint, here's Suggs. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Westbrook passes to Thompson. And another 3 for Seattle.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Passes it to Wagner. He kicks it to Jackson. It's blocked out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. A different look for Seattle. Hachimura comes in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Dosunmu in for Russell Westbrook. The Magic making a switch here. Outside Anthony. Lays it up off the glass. And the Magic lead by 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Hilliard. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Outside Anthony. Now, here's Suggs. Carter kicks to Suggs. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
13 feet away. It's hauled in by the Magic.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Hayward finds Anthony. Baseline J on the way. Not going to go that time. Seattle goes the other way with it. On the pass to Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. No good off the back of the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Carter. Can't throw it down with one hand.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Well, this is the area that he's most comfortable. Rui Hachimura, such a solid performer in the painted area.
Suggs passes to Carter. Pass to Anthony. Back to Carter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
First personal foul.
And this is what you love about Carter. Sets great picks, and he's a monster rolling toward the cup.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Orlando.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
And that one falls for Carter. And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Pass to Hilliard from deep. Carter pulls it in. Orlando leading. And here's Hayward. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Hayward.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Here's Hilliard. No good there. The Magic go the other way with it.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Suggs with the ball. There's a minute 47 left here in the first quarter. And it's blocked. Here's Dosunmu. Here's Hilliard. Offline with his three. Here's Fultz. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Seattle trails by 4. Over to the left wing. Passes it to Hilliard. Buries the long-range jumper. Hilliard's got 11 points.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Suggs passes to Fultz. Kicks to Suggs. 1:03 left in the first quarter of the game. Got a piece of it. Now Murphy. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Fultz. That's tipped. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Hilliard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Suggs. No problem on the jumper in close. And that's now 6 points for Jalen Suggs.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Outside Murphy. Rebound by the Magic. And now Orlando on the break. Fires from deep. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Orlando out in front, leading by just 1. And we'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Guard set is Fultz and Suggs. Gill is out there with Hayward. Yes, that goes in. And the Magic lead by 3.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Dosunmu, the pass to Murphy. Here's Pokusevski. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pokusevski, the pass to Hilliard. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks coming into town. And Seattle making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. Now, here's Suggs. D right on him. Seattle trails by 3. The pass to Westbrook. Here's Pokusevski. That one a little long. Hayward looking around. That one goes in.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Murphy outside, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
If you leave someone open around Russell Westbrook, he knows it's his responsibility to find the open guy.
Hachimura grabs the miss. Pass to Murphy. He dishes it to Westbrook. Pass to Dosunmu. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Orlando. Hayward against Murphy.
Seattle foul. Trey Murphy.
Johnson, he's checked in for Hachimura. And the Magic making a change here as well.
Into the lineup for the Magic.
Rodgers checked in. Seattle on defense. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 6 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. Now, here's Dosumu. He's guarded closer. And Johnson with the stop.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Fultz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And, Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
Pokusevski does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Out to the wing. Unloads from 13. Fultz, no good. Westbrook against Anthony. And Westbrook, here we go.
I like when a coach says stay in front of Westbrook. Good luck with that. He blasts to the cup.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now here's Anthony. He has 6. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Pokusevski. Now here's Thompson. Defense is right there. Double team on Westbrook. Rocket 6. Outside Murphy. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Murphy's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Seattle. The Magic trail by 3. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Westbrook drives in.
My goodness, you got to get out of the way. Westbrook driving inside, rises up for the slam.
And it's Orlando's ball. Fultz the bounce pass. Anthony with it. Westbrook picks him up. Now, here's Wagner. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. Fades back. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now, here is Murphy. He's defended by Wagner. Thompson dishes to Johnson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Robinson's checked in for the Magic. Bombed up there for Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, just tremendous hustle by Mitchell Robinson, working hard to find that shot opportunity.
Westbrook against Anthony. Now the pass to Thompson. Back to Westbrook. Shot from 12. Off the left rim and out. Orlando trailing here. Pass to Wagner. He feeds it to Anthony. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Seattle with the ball. Here's Westbrook. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Seattle.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, you know, another thing they've been having success with has been the three-point shot.
And finished off by Fultz.
boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big. It won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him. But, boy, you can't teach size and athleticism. And that's what he brings to the party.
Seattle leading by 4. To the wing on the left. And here's Murphy. He's got 6. The 3. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. And here we go with the Magic fast break. The feed to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, this guy knows it's his role to get his guys going. Fultz doing a nice job moving the ball.
The Magic shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Seattle. To the middle, here's Johnson, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Wagner. They get a hand on it. Inside, Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson knows who he is. A vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Westbrook passes to Johnson. That one falls. Johnson's got 6 points.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Anthony with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Fultz. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Team foul.
Well, you love that Mark Fultz has the ability to draw the defense's hand and get himself to the foul line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And Seattle making a change here. Hilliard's checked in. Here's Murphy. And he converts the layup. 8 points for him.
Well, Russell Westbrook, great unselfishness right there. Dropping dimes and continuing to work.
Here's Fultz. He has 6. From downtown. That shot missing. Seattle goes the other way with it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
They get it back. Out to Anthony. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. And another shot. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Murphy on top. Pass to Hilliard. Dishes it to Thompson. Here's Murphy. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Hunter. He's guarded by Murphy. And there's the pass to Westbrook. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Hilliard. It's not going to go for him.
He started the game scorching the nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Wagner finds Jackson down low. Hunter. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Seattle calls timeout.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Seattle. Dosunmu comes in for Russell Westbrook. The Magic also changing it up. Carter, he's checked in for Jackson. Hayward comes in for Wagner. And it's Suggs in for Cole Anthony. Misses from short range. The Magic trail by 3. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Again, the Magic score.
Well, there's an accuracy and an assertiveness to Gordon Hayward. So good at getting to the mid-range game.
To the left wing. To the paint. Hachimura against Carter. And once again off the mark by Seattle. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Carter pulls it in. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's Potter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Kicks it to Murphy. To the inside. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 12. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Checking out Seattle. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give.
That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Suggs. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Hilliard in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
To the middle, here's Johnson. And the rejection by Jackson. To the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Hilliard, no good.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And he drives in. Robinson with the block. They retain possession. Guarded by Robinson. Thompson outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jackson has the open look. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Pass to Hilliard. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Shots good by Anthony.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Looking to end the run. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Robinson. Anthony in the corner. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Anthony's got 13.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
For Seattle, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. 8 points for him.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook. Great game for him. Double-double down. 11 points and 10 assists.
I think you've got to admire the court awareness of Russell Westbrook, because if you give him a window on the drive, he's going to take it for sure.
Here's Suggs. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Personal foul, second
For Seattle, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Here's Anthony. 13 points in the game. Pass to Wagner. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Westbrook kicks to Johnson. Hangs. Out to Thompson. Six on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. And he comes up with the deuce.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Anthony against Westbrook. Back to Anthony. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And they'll keep possession. The Magic have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. That's good from Anthony. Okashevsky's checked in for Seattle.
At the line for 2.
Good on both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Thompson. And he drops it in from the low post. Thompson's got 7 points. Magic leading by 3. To the inside. Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Assisted by.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Johnson can't get it to go. Here are the Magic now. Suggs dishes to Anthony. Passes it to Suggs. And that one, good. And now a 7-point Orlando lead.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
It's deflected. Feeds to Johnson. Now Anthony. He's got 15. Suggs kicks to Wagner. Here's Anthony, and the shot falls short this time. And it's Seattle with the ball. Johnson up top. He's covered by Gill. Pokusevski, the pass to Thompson. Nice shot from the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Magic leading by 5. There's the pass to Suggs. Here's Gill. Pass to Anthony. Inside. Here's Suggs. Got a hand on it. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You get the sense that Russell Westbrook relishes contact. He is so physically strong.
Here's Anthony. Thompson with the rebound. Gill against Westbrook. Down low. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. A different look for Seattle. Hachimura, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Dosunmu in for Russell Westbrook. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Orlando.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Back to Anthony. Hayward outside. He kicks to Suggs. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Anthony's shot is off. Seattle trails by 3. Pass to Pokusevski. Back to Thompson. For the tie. That shot off the mark. So it's Orlando now. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Magic lead by 5.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And Seattle making a change here. Murphy's checked in. The dish to Fultz. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Hayward outside. Murphy against Fultz. Back to Hayward. Shot clock at 5. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Seattle. They trail by 7. Thompson passes to Dosunmu. Back to Thompson from the arc. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fultz against Murphy. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely over Murphy. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Fultz has got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando. Dosunmu, the pass to Pokusevski. And it's in there. Pokusevski's got his second bucket of the night.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Now, here's Suggs. Defense right on him. Good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Pokusevski. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third team foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Here's Thompson. Hachimura kicks to Thompson. Count it. Good.
Assisted.
Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you can see the eagerness to contribute from Rui Hachimura. Finds the open man, willing to facilitate.
Most NBA players are stars, Greg, once they start college basketball. But that was not the case with Rui Hachimura.
And coming over from Japan, there was an adjustment period for Rui, averaging just 2 points per game as a freshman. But he really grew his game in college. As a junior, Hachimura was a Conference Player of the Year, turned himself into a top 10 pick in the 2019 draft.
Tries again. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hayward.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And it's Carter missing. Seattle trails by 9. Now, here's Dosunmu. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Fultz the pass to Suggs. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. It's deflected. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Thompson with the ball, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 13 points.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
It's Carter, high post. He's against Hachimura. Carter kicks to Fultz. Shoots over Dosumu. And that one hits back iron.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And Seattle making a change here. Hilliard's checked in. And a switcher also for Orlando. Anthony's checked in for Markelle Fultz. Seattle trails by 9. Out left to the wing. Unloads from 13. Hachimura, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Trains the three-pointer.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now here's Dosumu, covered by Anthony. Hilliard passes to Murphy. Over Hayward. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Out to the wing. Puts it up. And that's an air ball. Not even close. And so it's Orlando. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Seattle trails by 12. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Anthony is out there with subs. And it's Hayward. Then there's Carter. And it's Robinson. In its center, locking down the middle. Here's Hilliard. Drills it from outside. Hilliard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Seattle.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Hayward outside. The tray. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, Gordon Hayward answering back with a big-time three of his own.
Dosunmu, the pass to Murphy. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Hayward outside. Carter kicks to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. The 11-footer. It's tipped. And they'll get another chance. Kept alive. Here's Robinson. Back to Carter. Robinson dishes to Carter. Count the basket. Carter's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Hilliard gets it to go.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
At the elbow, Suggs. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. He dishes it to Carter. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Timeout, Seattle.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Checking in
for the Magic. Jackson, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And Wagner subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Westbrook passes to Hachimura. Nifty move. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
Here's Suggs. Robinson kicks to Jackson. Here's Hilliard. Driving to the basket. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anthony, the pass to Suggs. He feeds it to Jackson. And the Magic can't hold on to the ball.
Seattle ball.
Seattle trails by 12. Westbrook double team. Here's Hilliard. And the lead is down inside single digits. Hilliard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Seattle. Down low. And Anthony with the basket on the assist from Suggs. Anthony's got 10 points here in the second half. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Seattle. Johnson outside to the right side. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, even with the contact, Rui Hachimura doesn't lose his touch or his concentration. So tough to distract this guy.
To the middle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And it's 6 points for Franz Wagner.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Some solid defense from Robinson. Magic leading by 11. Here's Wagner. And that misses everything. And here's Seattle. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 7 rebounds in the game.
3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Here's Suggs. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And they get it back. A second chance effort. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Hachimura finds Johnson. Seattle missing again. And it's the Magic's ball. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Westbrook with the steal. He's defended by Wagner. Outside Westbrook. Here's Hilliard. That 3 off the mark. And there's the drive. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Hilliard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson left side. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Anthony drawing the double team. Suggs passes to Anthony. Passes to Wagner. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 6 assists here tonight.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt the...
Here's Hilliard. Oh. For Suggs. Hilliard, no good. And here's Wagner. Dishes it to Robinson. Wagner with it. He's against Hachimura. Here's Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get them one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Orlando.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Thompson, he's checked in for Johnson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Westbrook drives in. Count that bucket.
How about the privilege of watching Russell Westbrook when this man is really cooking on the offensive end? I'll tell you, few things in the NBA I'd rather watch.
The pass to Wagner. Another miss by Orlando.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Orlando foul. Second personal foul, first team foul.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And he sinks the second.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
There's the lob to Jackson. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Double team on Westbrook. Here's Hilliard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 21.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Pass to Hilliard. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Robinson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Anthony, no one around. They grab their own miss. And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Orlando ball.
Carter's checked in for Jackson.
Wendell Carter.
Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Anthony. And good that time. Anthony's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
It's Westbrook with the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Cole Anthony. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Wagner passes to Carter. Puts the move on. Here's Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
5th personal foul.
I think obviously the shot blocking skills are the first thing you think of when you think of Mitchell Robinson. But this guy is showing signs of improving on the offensive end as well.
Seattle trails by 20. Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Hilliard. Over Robinson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Passes it to Wagner. Takes it from 10. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Westbrook with it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now the pass to Hilliard. And that one is hammered home.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Pass to Robinson. Kicks to Suggs. Pass to Carter. Shoots over Hachimura. And Carter with the basket on the assist from Suggs. And that's 15 points for Wendell Carter. Seattle calls timeout.
Seattle.
They trail by 20. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Cole Anthony.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving
their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win and a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance.
For Cole Anthony.
Yes, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Dunn looking over the floor. Gallinari outside from deep three-point range. They get it back. Second chance shot. No good.
And guys, at this point, he's probably better served to take a seat anyway. They've got no chance in this one. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Sasser, Dunn covering. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Seattle grabs the miss. Passes it to Pokusevski. Back to Dunn. From beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Now this is the area that Dunn is working on. Wants to be a proficient catch-and-shoot guy.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel like.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony.
A lot of people don't select Tim Duncan. I think
Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us at 2K Sports are as we get ready to start the season in style. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors, facing the Dallas Mavericks. Now the starting group for the visitors. As a player, Clark, it must be hard to keep your emotions in check on opening night.
Yeah, more of a relief than anything else, PA, especially after you've been around for a couple of years. I only played the equivalent of 5 years, so I only had a handful of opening nights, but always special. And even as a broadcaster, I think it's exciting to see the start of a new season because that hope that everybody has is palpable.
And the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Poole against Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Hardaway Jr. guys doing a nice job. They're just taking what the defense gives them in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now here's Green. 11 feet out. Doncic, good.
Doncic doesn't give the mid-range a lot of love, but he has the touch to knock it down from there.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Inside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Now here's Tate. Doncic outside. Hits the three-pointer. Doncic has got his second bucket on the night.
Doncic is such a confident player. He knows he can fire off the catch whenever he wants to.
Green covering. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For 3, Hardaway. That shot off the mark. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Poole against Doncic. With the 10-footer, and the jumper is good.
He does not lack the confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. This one for 3. The rebound by Turner.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
They get it back. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
From deep, here's Doncic. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. Doncic has gone 2 of 5 tonight. Pass to Turner. Now Poole puts up a 3. The shot misses.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Doncic on the wing. Buries it from 3. Doncic has got 8 points.
Offensively, there's nothing Doncic can't do. I mean, consistency with the 3-ball being one of the few things left that he has to refine.
Pass to Poole. 3-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
The Mavericks trailing. And here's Doncic. Give him 8 points now. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Guarded by Doncic. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Green. First shot won't go.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Poole. Here's Turner. Launches it. Hardaway grabs the board.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Doncic passes to Tatum. And here's Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. From deep. No. 4 for 9 from the floor now.
And he says he needs to improve his game in a lot of areas. But you ask me, Luka Doncic is one of the most complete players you'll find.
That one goes. Count it.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Right side Green. Over to the wing. From 12 feet. Second chance shot. Doncic, good. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Pass to Poole. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J. He's got 5. And you talk about the overall game of Doncic. He's a tremendous passer, a tremendous rebounder, and we know he can score.
Man, that's what defines the great players. Even if his shot's off on a given night, he has other ways to impact the game.
And Dallas calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell him simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Bogdanovic. Pass to Walker. Outside Bogdanovic. For 3. Connects from downtown.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Mann. There's the drive. Yep, that one goes. Walker with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Walker. Now Bogdanovic. 5 on the clock. Here's Şengün. Here's Thomas. Back to Mann. Defended by Bogdanovic. Offensive board. Şengün. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
It's rebounded by Şengün. Defended by Bogdanovic. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Here's Walker, looking for his first basket, still in this one. He takes it in, and he makes it on the layup. Here's Mann. Pass to Şengün. Back to Mann. lobs it up top. And Şengün gets it to go.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
And Dallas with possession. 9-point game. Out to the wing. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
First team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Here's Thomas. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Walker. To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the floor awareness of Walker, impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
Here's Şengün. Down low. Here's Stewart. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
The Mavericks trailing. Now here's Finney-Smith. Defense right on him. He gets it in there.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Outside, Green. To the middle. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 5 points in the game.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Now here's Stewart. Pass to Thomas. Outside, Green. Over Finney-Smith. And it's Green missing. And Dallas with possession. They trail by 6. 26 seconds left in the first. Walker for 3. The rebound by Stewart.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Thomas. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Back to Stewart. Here's Mann. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Up 9. And we'll bring you to start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
The visitors with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. We've got Isaiah Stewart, and it's Green in at the small forward. Fires the 3. Man misses. And for Dallas, to the paint. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Bogdanovich. Off target from outside. Bogdanovich has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. They've got Draymond Green, and it's Şengün in at the 4. And he gets the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And for Dallas, now here's Bogdanovich. He's covered closely. Walker for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going towards you.
Pass to Şengün. Back to man. To the inside. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Walker, a good look. It's rebounded by Şengün.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Thomas, that's good.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's man. 5 points in the game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Bogdanovich.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Clark, a lot's been made of small ball in the NBA, but you look at the teams making deep playoff runs, and they've got size.
Well, I think you need both. I think you need a combination of size and skill, and you also need a nice blend of youth and experience. All of that makes for championship caliber teams. But the game of basketball is always going to be a game of skill, and size can enhance that skill.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Doncic. The rebound by Turner. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Clock at 6. Green covering. Tate on the double. Back to man. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Poole, he's checked in for man.
For the away team, Jordan Poole.
And it's the Mavericks for the ball. It's a 10-point game. Now here's Tate, guarded closely. Doncic outside. Outside Hardaway. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and Turner with a block. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Here's Hardaway. That one's wide left.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Oh, and Turner with a block. It's Poole on the wing. 5 points in the game. Count that one. Poole's got 7 points in the game.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Well, there's a subtle but real physicality and aggressiveness to Doncic's approach to the game, and that's part of his greatness.
And the shot goes in. Poole's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Here's Poole. No good off the back of the rim. On target from range. 7 points in the game.
Got to D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Now here's Doncic. 16 points for him. Picked his pocket. Poole against Hardaway. Yep, count it.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. From downtown. And it's Poole with a rebound. Hardaway's gone 1 of 5 from the field. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
In 2016, the NBA Players Association made history, voting to extend health insurance to retired players with at least 3 years of service. Chris Paul said, quote, "They paved the way for our game. This is just the little that we could do. Whenever my tenure is up as president of the union, that will be easily the greatest achievement." Brian?
Oh, that is big time, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you for that. Pass to Tate. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line for Dallas, Jayshawn Tate, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Ooh, poked away. Back to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Ooh, he couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. And here's Poole. 11 points in the game. With the floater, and the layup is good. Poole's got 13 points.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Pass to Tate. Doncic outside. Drains the triple. Doncic has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
And the tremendous confidence of Luka Doncic. Part of what makes him special, I think. What comes first, you think, Grant? The talent or the swagger?
Wow, tough question, B.A. I think it's the talent. When you have great talent, then you have swagger. And you have to remember, I mean, he played professional in Europe at the age of 16. So he may be young, but he's well seasoned. And he's been at this for a long, long time.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
Mavericks ball.
On defense, the visiting team. They led by as many as 18. 5 to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely save the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops it first. Bogdanovich has checked in for Hardaway. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's Doncic on the take. No luck on that one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Good on the shot. He's got 9.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Doncic. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Doncic has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
They're having more success with the three-point shot here in the second quarter as they try to cut into this lead.
And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it.
Putting on the floor for the away team.
Here's Doncic. 22 points for him. Green with the defensive effort. Pass to Şengün. And too long on the shot. Now here's Tate. Defense is right there. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Doncic has got 24 points.
You know, what makes Luka so special and lethal is that he has the ability and the knack for taking over games at the most opportune time.
Here's Şengün. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Thomas misses. Green covering. Pass to Bogdanovich. Tries it from 16. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Thomas, that's good.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
1:02 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Finney-Smith. And the Mavericks, another 3.
That's is how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Şengün, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Away team foul. That's his first personal foul. Third team.
There's 42 seconds left in the half.
For the away team.
Pass to Doncic. And the deficit down inside single digits. Doncic has got 26.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Oh, deflected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Kemba Walker, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Şengün. And he lays it up and in. He's got 6.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Doncic outside. High arcing shot. And he lays it in. And he's got 28 now.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. We'll see the New York Knicks facing the home team. You look at the home team. In a 7-game series, they have the home crowd advantage. You can feel it in the air, guys. But will they be able to start this series with the win?
And, well, other than Game 7, I think Game 1 is the most important game of the series. For them as a home team, especially, lose this game, and then there goes home court advantage.
So the New York starting 5. In the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Then there's Carr. And it's Smith, and it's George in at the point guard position. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And you know, Greg, they've worked so hard to establish home advantage, and they may need it, having drawn a brutal opponent here in round 1.
Not much of a reward for the season that they just had. You know, many prognosticators think this series could go either way. That makes it crucially important for them to take this first game.
But they're just so happy to be here, right? All the season, all the practices and games, just to be here is such a reward.
A lot of excitement, but also a certain level of anxiety. Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
The pass to Poole. Hop off. Defended by George. Pass to Whitehead. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Poole. Buries it from three-point range. Poole's got 5.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate. Playing smart basketball.
Randall outside. Misses the step-back jump shot. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Poole. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 7.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here is George. Back to Smith. Shoots. Whitehead with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Popoff. He's defended by Randall. Here's the dish to Gobert. Pass to Whitehead. And here's Poole for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Randall. And Randall throws it down.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randall attacking with ferocity.
Passes it to Poole. On the pass to Whitehead. Lets it go. The shot off that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Randall passes to Barrett. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Pass to Poole. No good that time. Smith with some nice D. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Popoff, defended by George. Here's Popoff. Gobert trying to get open, and he banks in the layup.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
For 3, Smith. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Inside, there's Whitehead. That one goes. Count it.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team, 1 plus the penalty. 2 shots.
Knicks trail by 4. And here's George. To the inside. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Pop-off. Defended by George. Here's Gobert. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now, here's Barrett. Now George, 6 to shoot. From 13, Gobert pulls it in.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pop-off, defended by George. Poole, the pass to Gobert. Here's Pop-off. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Smith outside. Pass to Carr. Randall left side. Pass to Carr. New York moving the ball around. Now here's Barrett. Guarded closely. Pop-off. Defended by George. The basket Poole. To the middle. Here's Pop-off. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He has 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Barrett. Whitehead with the rebound. Barrett's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Pop-off. Defended by George. And the shot goes down.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Knicks trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Randall. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Randall's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And New York making a change here. Hunter's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And this is postseason play at its finest. Refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Here's man. Money from the wing.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
George with the ball. There it finds George. Floats one. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Man passes to Whitehead. Makes it off the glass. Whitehead's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint. Here's Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
throw drops for Smith. Thomas checked in for Whitehead. Smith hits them both. Hop-off, covered by Outlaw. Hop-off. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Takes it inside. 2 points. That one goes.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Mann, quickly covering. Mann can't hit.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here is Outlaw.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Green breaking loose. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Down low. And with the rebound.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your home team. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And it
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
After a long journey through the regular season, the playoffs have finally arrived, and we're set to bring you round one action from the West here on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson coming to you courtside with Chris Webber and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce, our reporter. It's the Denver Nuggets facing the home team. Now Denver's starting five. We've got Patrick Beverley, also Jamal Murray out there, and it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. Over Simmons. No good there, off the double clutch.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Takes a three. Drills it from deep. 6 points for him. They had a great season and are expected to control their destiny in this series.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a shock if they didn't run through this series. With that said, we know anything can happen in the postseason. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Sends it home from three-point land.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
Murray passes to Jokic. Here's Murray, defended by Thompson. Pass to Jokic. Beverley outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Oh, Simmons with the block.
But the reach of Simmons, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now here's Jokic, outside Murray. Pass to Murray. Now here's Beverley. The D's right on him. And the shot falls short that time. Murray against Simmons. Knocks it down from distance.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Murray. And again, Denver no good.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Right wing. Shoots it from the corner. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Timeout called. The Nuggets.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. That's not going to help you score points.
Here's Murray. Can they get it? No good. Second chance effort, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And that one misses. Here are the Nuggets with the ball. They trail by 16. Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
With his skill set, Jokic draws a lot of fouls. Defenders have to watch out for the pass or the shot. It's a constant guessing game.
And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. And it's Thompson penetrating. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Murray against Simmons. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Here's Pokusevski. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Murray, it's tipped.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
He buries it from 3. He's got 17.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Here's Jokic. Thompson pulls it in. Beverly defending. Thompson outside. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Tries yet again. And the layup is up and in.
He must have had a good warm-up because he's hot. He's 3 for 4 already, and we're only getting started.
Pass to Jokic. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Covered by Jokic. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Murray passes to Jokic and stolen by Simmons. To the middle. It's not going to go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Outside Murray. Down low. Here's Jokic. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
At the line for the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. 1 shot.
Drafted 41st overall in the 2014 NBA Draft, Jokic has turned a lot of heads. The versatility he has is unreal.
Here's Pokusevski.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Nasumu, he's checked in for Pokusevski.
Second team foul. Into the lineup for Seattle, Ayo Dosunmu.
Here's Beverly. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Murray. The 3 is up. He drops it from range.
And I don't think we've really seen many 7-footers who can pass like Jokic. So calm and easy with the ball, and almost always makes the right decision.
Here he goes. And he converts the layup. Give him 8 points now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Now here's Murray. Over Simmons. And that one's long.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Oh, he picked him clean. Beverly defending. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. They get the rebound. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Oh, he's a supreme competitor. Simmons, he creates second chance opportunities with this hustle.
Denver calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Wolves deciding to change it up. Now here's Morris. The rebound by Simmons. Pass to Murphy. Fires from the wing. Tries again. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And here's Howard. Okafor down low. Got a piece of it. And they're running. Here's Murphy. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, they're getting pummeled on the offensive board so far.
Morris outside. Over Moody. The Nuggets with another miss. Here they come with numbers in transition. Guarded by Howard. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the lay-in. He's got 12.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
To end the drought. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Outside Simmons. Driving inside. Dosunmu. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fast break. Here we go. Pass to Simmons. Here's Dosunmu. Over Howard. Shot clock at 6. Dosunmu can't hit.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Now here's Morris. Here's Najee. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. The shot by Howard, no good. And he lobs it up. And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Well, you think defensively that should try to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Now here's Okafor. Here's Morris. The rebound by Moody. Here's Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Howard inside. And it's Dosunmu with a rebound. Howard's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Pass to Moody. Okafor covering. Kept alive. 1:10 left in the opening quarter. To the inside. Najee, good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
59 seconds left to play in the first. To the middle. Here's Moody. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now here's Morris. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, awful display from him. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Avdia, he's checked in for Ben Simmons.
Avdia.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Okafor. the Nuggets need to get one up. He got a piece of it. Here's Murphy over Howard. Here's Moody. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Moody's got his second bucket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. Delivering the blowout, and the second quarter is on its way when we return. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Well, this is what we've all been waiting for. Game 7. The winner to advance to the conference finals and get one step closer to a championship. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Force and the home team. It all comes down to this. A well-fought series so far, but only one team will walk away victorious.
And really, a deciding game like this, everything's magnified. And sometimes that can be a challenge. But the best players find a way to channel that energy. Playing in front of this great home crowd, I believe, can only help.
Let's check out Pittsburgh. Starting lineup. They've got Wright, also Willis out there. Levine is out there with Thomas Bryant. Saramago, guarded by Poole. That one, no good. You look at Pittsburgh. Greg is the lower seed. This is a scenario you might have taken coming into the series. Now they're faced with winning a Game 7 on the road.
No doubt, you're going to have to win games in enemy territory, and one of those wins might have to come in a Game 7. To do the job, they're going to need a lot of mental toughness here tonight.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Saramago, guarded by Poole. Levine, looking around. Bryant trying to free himself up. Drilled from 11 feet out.
In a natural score, Levine is content to try his luck from just about anywhere on the court.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Whitehead. 5 to shoot. Pass to Poole. Going inside. He gets that one.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Willis. And there's the pass to Levine. And Levine with the slam.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Popoff. He's covered by Willis. Bryant with the rebound. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Willis shoots from the high post. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Passes to Poole. Pulls up. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Right down low. Gobert on him. Outside, Levine. Saramago. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
Yeah, and with improving court awareness, Levine continues to tap into his limitless potential when making plays.
Back to Poole. Baseline jumper. The shot misses. And the Force going the other way now. Outside, Levine. Right wing. Here's Saramago. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Whitehead. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Poole with it. Now Wright defending. Poole no good.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Saramago. It's good from about 19 feet.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To stop the run. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Out pass to Bryant and finished off by Bryant.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Gobert trying to get open, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I did catch up with the head coach of the Force. And just being relaxed in this atmosphere is going to be difficult. He knows that. And he hopes that that nervous energy his players have translates into extra effort. We'll see if they can be aggressive enough tonight to win the series on the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for your home team, taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Pittsburgh with some changes. Mike Foreman's checked in, and it's Harrell in for Wright. So he gets them both. And so Levine will bring it up now for Pittsburgh. To Willis. Jacks up a 3. Şengün with the rebound. Here's Whitehead. He's covered by Willis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting for the home team. 2 shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits both from the stripe. Inside, here's Harrell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harrell's got the game tied up here for Pittsburgh.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Mann passes to Whitehead. Here's Şengün. against a man. For the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Here's Saramago. That's tipped. From deep, Thomas. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Outside, Dort. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harrell's got his second bucket tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Thomas. There's the pass to Green. Back to Thomas. Shoots over Dort. Thomas, no good. LaForce with the ball. They trail by 1. Ellis with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Off on the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Thomas. They D that time from Harrell. And it's Jordan off the drive.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Whitehead. From down in the low post, it goes.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Driving inside. Passes it to Wright Foreman. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Mann.
Two minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Şengün. He's defended by Harrell. And they pick up 2.
Draymond Green's not going to let anyone slow him down. Terrific at completing that chance.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Dort. Off target with the jump hook. Now, here's Thomas. Tight defense on him. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. Can't hit from the elbow.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Dort finds Harrell. And the shot goes in. Harrell's got his third basket of the night right there.
Harrell will do whatever it takes to grab some of those buckets down low.
To the inside. Şengün. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Harrell, that's good.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Whitehead passes to Şengün. Now, here's Green. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the elbow. Thomas, good.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
There's the lob to Dort. It's stolen by Green. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for the home team, Cameron Thomas. At the line for 1.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clarkson outside. Puts up a three, and the three ball is good.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. They lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And Pittsburgh, looking at who they've got out there. They've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Lou Dort. And it's Wright Foreman in at the center, locking down the middle. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Here's Walker with the drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Walker with some nice deep.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. Outside, Dort. Here's Clarkson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Hop off. Guarded by Walker. Pass to man. 5 on the clock. Here's Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
That one on Dort.
Yeah, we know he's undersized for the position, but Draymond Green does the work of several men, including how he forces the D that time to foul.
Free throw good, Green.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
Cruz, he's checked in for Thomas. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Pittsburgh. Wright comes in for Harrell. No good on the second free throw. And here's Walker. Top of the key, Clarkson. Pass to Bryant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pittsburgh shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Bryant taking 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Bryant. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Green. And Pittsburgh also making a switch. Levine's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. A tight game here in Orlando. To the middle. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 5 points so far.
Now, there are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
A pass to Clarkson. Outside Levine. Into the lane. Got a piece of it. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Stewart. And here's Gobert. Offensive rebound. Can't connect from short range. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Outside, Walker. Bryant looking over the floor. Here's Levine. And a missed layup. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Cruz, the pass to Mann. To the paint. Shoots it up. Hits the jump hook. He has 6. Now here's Levine. 6 points for him. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Levine with the slam.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like Levine.
Here's Popov. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the force. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Levine dishes to Walker. Bryant trying to free himself up. Walker's shot is off. Down low. Here's Gobert. And the layup's good off the glass. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Walker surveying the floor. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Pulls up from the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clarkson likes to play with a lot of speed. He attracts the attention of the defense, and that's where he's getting the whistle.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Throw good. Clarkson.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard. So trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Cruz. Here's Poole. Gobert against Levine. Gobert can't hit. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Outside, Levine. It's hauled in by Stewart. Popov, guarded by Levine. Poole on the wing. Inside. Popo. Guarded by Levine. Rebound collected by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Levine passes to Walker. Driving in. He can't get that one. Walker's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Now, Poole. Here's Popoff. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Walker. Pass to Levine. Bryant trying to free himself up. And there's Levine on the assist by Walker. Levine's got 10 points in the game. Levine's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. Here's Popoff. Another shot. And the layup is good. 11 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And there's the pass to Wright. Gobert against Clarkson. There's the drive.
Well, you're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
Clarkson's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Popoff. He's covered by Clarkson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Walker. Wright trying to break free, and he gets it back.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Pittsburgh trails by 5. And Walker kicks to Clarkson. Outside, Walker passes it to Levine. Over Gobert. Levine can't hit. Here's Popoff. Plays it up and banks it in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And it'll be Pittsburgh with their first time out of the game here.
It's time for T-shirts! Get ready for the Dip Squad! Get ready for the Dip Squad!
So Pittsburgh ends up going with the whole new group. On defense, the home team. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Now, here's Poole. Six on the shot clock.
Outstanding entry pass. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Here's Wright Foreman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Saramago by Green.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
to the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Green against Willis. Pocket 6. A floater. It's rebounded by Poole. Here he goes. Softly drops in the floater. Poole's got his second basket of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Pass to Wright Foreman. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Here's Harrell. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Whitehead. He's covered by Willis. Shot's good by Whitehead. Whitehead's got 6.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but it's important to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Saramago, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 5. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Poole, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Willis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Harrell missing. Outside Thomas. Drives to the hoop. That shot is off. Nice defense from Dort. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the force. 11-point game. Saramago. He's guarded by Thomas. And the basket is good. 13 points in the game. 46 seconds left in the first half. To the wing on the left. Pass to Green. Looking to get it going. The offensive rebound. Thomas's shot is off.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now, here's Thomas. He has 5. And the first half is now in the books. Up 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Welcome to our postseason halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with the Diesel and the Jet. Taking a look at this home squad. It was a good, solid first half of basketball they played, and I'm sure they're going to be focused on extending that lead quickly in the third quarter to ensure this is not a Game 7 that's going to go right down to the wire. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They're in good shape thanks to the work they're doing on the glass. Their effort has been excellent. The numbers are too, and I don't see those numbers dropping off. They're going to keep doing the dirty work in the second half.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
They haven't been able to get anything going on the offensive end. And the lack of production doesn't just fall on the shoulders of the players. The game plan that the coaches have, It's whack. It doesn't work.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. They've got Gobert. Jordan Poole is out there with Whitehead, and it's Cruz in at the power forwards position. Back to Poole. Shot clock at 5. Over right. Poole, no good. Pittsburgh trails by 7. And for the force, Thomas Bryant is out there with Wright. Then there's Willis. Then it's Zach LaVine. Here's Saramago. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. We've got Whitehead. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Cruz in at the 4-man position. Here's Popov. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. 15 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And so, in the game for the force, Wright is out there with Willis. And there's Bryant. Then it's Zach LaVine.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The pass to Poole. Here's the teardrop. He can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Saramago. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Whitehead's shot is off.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Dishes to LaVine. Passes it to Willis. White trying to break free. Willis, no good. Willis has gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Here's Popov. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now here's LaVine. Not a lot of room. Yep, that one goes. LaVine's got 12 in the game.
And that's exceptional body control from LaVine. Contorting himself nicely for the contact and finish.
Pass to Poole. Gobert against LaVine. To the inside. Popov. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Wright's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's right on the wing. Pass to Willis. Driving the lane.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Pittsburgh, they've been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Whitehead. 6 points for him. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Can they get it? Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 9.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Bryant. Pittsburgh working the ball around. To the paint. Shot clock.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Here's Mann. He's got 5. Here's Cruz. Here's Mann, guarded by Wright. Mann can't hit. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the force. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
And we all know what an incredible athlete Levine is, using those physical tools to draw the defense's attention.
Pittsburgh shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine.
And a good free throw shooter who's really increased his volume over the years. Levine with a lot of ways to beat you.
Here's what Pittsburgh's going with right now. Walker's checked in for Bryant, and it's Clarkson in for Willis. And so Levine nails both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Stewart up top. Out to the right wing. Here's Mann. Drops one in from the wing. Mann's got his 3rd basket of the night.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
To the middle. Here's Walker. Wright trying to break free. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Clarkson.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Launches a 3. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Wright's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Picked off in midair. Now the pass to Whitehead. Shoots over Clarkson. That one off the back iron and out. Down low for the lead. And Walker finishes inside. Walker's got 4 this quarter. 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Drops in the layup for 2.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass it to Levine. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the force making a change here. Wright Foreman's checked in. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
And this is postseason play at its finest. Refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Off the inbound pass. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the left side wing. Here's Popov. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Wright Foreman. And Pittsburgh with the possession here. They trail by 1. It's deflected. Here's Popov. It's good. 19 points in the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
Pass to Levine. And And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Fourth personal foul.
And one of the strengths of Levine's game, that ability to lure the D into fouls. Get into the wrong position, and he'll make you pay.
For Pittsburgh, they've been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Free throw good, Levine.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so Levine nails both of them. Pop-up, guarded by Levine. The dish to Thomas. Shoots over Walker. It's good from the top of the key. Thomas got 7. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Outside, Dort. Pass to Levine. Goes up again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the confidence on display from Levine? Just daring the D to get physical with him.
For Pittsburgh, they've gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First free throw is good.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Mann. He has 7. Hop-off, guarded by Levine. Hop-off, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Your home team at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so Levine will bring it up now for the force. It's a 3-point game. To the inside. Here's Harrell. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Harrell's got 10 points.
And Levine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Here's Şengün. He's got 6. Here's Thomas. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Mike Foreman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 10 points in just the second half.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Thomas gets a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude, he plays with force. His teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he has.
And the pass to Walker. Levine for 3 makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Thomas. 10 points for him. Rejected by Walker.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Offensively, Levine is totally in the zone. Defense is having a hard time shaking him off his spots.
Outside, Green. Inside, here's Popov. No good from 11 feet. Pittsburgh leading by 3. Pass to Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line to this half.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Force.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
The other thing they've done is had penetrating passes inside, in the interior, plenty of points in the paint.
Free throw good, Levine. Realistically checked in for Walker.